Wow. Oh, we got our logo. I like that. Did you do that, AG? Well, thank you. Look at this guy. You all know that guy. Billy Bean. You know this guy, Billy. First of all, I would like to say hello. And I have a special guest, Mr. Russell Walker from the Bears, Chicago Bears baseball. Not baseball, football. But before we start off, when we start this show off, whenever I'm hosting, first of all, Jan is, we got to pray for Jan. Jan is under the weather a little bit. Jan Kowalski. So I'm sitting in for today is obvious. And I have a special guest, Mr. Russell Walker. Entrepreneur, baseball player, father, and a good man. But I like to start my show off when I'm hosting with a moment of silence for the people who have lost their lives to violence and domestic violence. I want to start focusing on domestic violence too. That's a serious problem. And we want to hold a moment of silence for all of those people who have lost their lives. And take a moment of silence, if you would. We thank you. Mr. Walker, how are you, sir?
What's up, Zeph? How you doing today?
Good. I told you all, Jan, now let me see if I get this right. Overhead. Let's do two and see if I get it right. Nope. Overhead. There you go. Oh, she told me Jan's going to kill me, y'all. This is called Circling Jan's Name. There you go. Who's also an attorney. And Jan is sick today, guys. So Russell and I are going to fill in the time for Jan. Russell, how have you been, sir?
I'm doing well, Zeph. How about you?
Good. What have Mr. Walker been doing lately, if you don't mind us asking? Sort of fill us in. You started working out yet? You guys start working out baseball-wise?
Actually, we have started working out. Me personally, I work out 3 days a week. The guys work out maybe once a week. And we're getting ready for the season, Zeph.
Good. Now, some of you all at home may say, what are you all talking about? We're talking about baseball. Now, in this case, the baseball league that we're talking about is on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday. Now, Russell, you play in a baseball league last year, right? What league was that?
Was it the Aztec League?
And where is it? What do they play?
We play at Washington Park.
Tell me about the league. Where is it? How many teams, and what do you guys do?
Well, actually, the league consists of maybe 20 teams. Mm-hmm. And last year, we made it to the championship round.
Wow. First time in the championship ever?
With this team, yes. Years ago, I played with another team, and we won the championship. So wow. We tuning up for a second run this year.
Wow.
So we ready to rock and roll. The weather been nice for us to cooperate and get some training in, and so we ready to go.
Let me ask you something. Those of you who are at home, feel free to call Russ and myself, Ziff Sistrunk. I didn't even tell y'all my name, did I? You all already know I don't have to do that. No, I should tell you my name is Ziff Sistrunk, which I said about 20 times already, right? And it's Green Slate I Inc. And what do we do? Green Slate, let's see. How do I do this, Russ? What did he tell me to do?
Well, Ziff, I'm
overhead. I was just testing to see if you're paying attention. That's Green Slate Inc., and that's our website. And then you have a phone number that you can call 9 to 5 tomorrow if you so choose. Tell me about the Bears. Who are the Bears? What are they? Teenagers, youth, multiracial?
Well, actually,
and then tell me how can a person join your baseball team?
Well, pretty much you can get in contact with Courtney Ayers.
Okay.
And pretty much we are an adult team out of the south side of Chicago.
Wonderful.
And I believe the team now been in the Washington Park League, Aztec League, for the past 3 years. Mm-hmm. And every year we have progressed. And last year, like I said, we made it to the championship.
Wow. Wow.
And we tuning up, Ziff.
Good. Well, tell a person how can they, if a person say I was at home, not me, because I'm too old right now, but not really. Seniors should play sports too. How can a person try out, or how can a person find this league? What would they have to do?
I forget the website, but it is an Aztec website that they can actually go on and pretty much get in contact with coaches. They have their name and address, phone numbers, and pretty much get in contact with someone. For the Bears personally, you can get in contact with myself at 773-717-4716. And you can bring your talents out to Washington Park on Sunday and see what you can do.
Russell, wow, we have a caller. Caller, can you hear me?
Yes,
Caller, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Good. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon to you and Russell.
That sounds like
Wow,
Billy.
this sounds like Billy Bean. Billy Bean Sasha. I wrote a song once about this gentleman that's on the phone. How are you, Billy?
All right.
Billy, everybody's wondering who you're going to coach with this year. I know you're doing the, what's that team in Tinley Park? The Predators. I know you're doing the Predators. Who are you going to help out in Jackson and Washington this year, Billy?
I'm gonna help.
You going to help the Twins?
No. I'm gonna help the Bad News Bears.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, now you know, Billy, you're on TV, right? And you know we just recorded that, right? Billy, what do you see in them that you chose them over other teams? Let me put it like that. Billy? Did we lose Billy? We still have him. Can't hear him that much, but I can hear him.
I've been coaching for 35 years.
Wow.
And the Bears got some good players. They got some real good players.
Were you out last year? Did you see them in the playoffs last year, Billy?
Yes, I was out there last year.
What do you think? What do you think they could have did different to? Or did you see them during the playoffs,
Okay,
Billy?
two things. One, he let the pitcher stay in there too long. He had 2 or 3 pitchers there. It was good. And then but they didn't change him, and then they just got the mind off the game. That's all.
Wow. Yeah.
Russell,
Yeah.
would you say he analyzed that correctly?
I believe he analyzed it correctly. Yes, he did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Billy, what do you think they need to do this year, Billy?
Huh?
What do you think they need to do this year?
Well, this year they should keep the same players.
Which we
They
have.
should keep the same players and have the same batting order.
Yep.
Have the same batting order
Yep.
and just go from there.
I don't know why you would keep the same people. The Cubs didn't keep the same people, so why would they need to keep? But you did say add some players, right?
But the thing about it, Zip, add some, but keep the players here. But Zip, the thing about it, them players used to playing with one another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Past 3 years. Yep.
Now, Billy Russell used to play with you years ago, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Wow. What school was that? Where did you come out of? DuSable?
Yeah. Do something.
Yeah, when he come out of DuSable High School.
Yeah, you remember Coach Floyd, don't you?
Yeah.
How's the wife, Billy?
Oh, she fine. She fine. Now, let me say this. I'm so glad to see you two guys together, you know?
Age and beauty, older and senior, however. I think, who's the senior?
I hope I see y'all around.
Let me ask you, Billy, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Let me ask you something, Billy. You live in Roseland, right?
Yeah.
How's the neighborhood, Billy?
Yes.
Not a lot of shooting, good neighbors, or what? I need to just ask you about how things are going in Roseland.
Well, look. Well, let me tell you something. It's no good neighborhood no more. It's all neighborhood shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow. So let me ask you, the Little League Stadium down the street, right?
Yeah. But you know what would solve that problem?
What is that?
Yes, it is.
What would solve that, Billy?
If everybody started getting team and playing baseball.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That would be interesting. You think the Cubs and the White Sox will get involved?
Yes. Then they have something to do.
And of course, you know they could.
Yes, they would.
You know they could come and train here at CAN TV. And thank God for CAN TV. And they could learn how to work the equipment, and they could even work their resume in learning here at CAN TV, such as myself. And Russell's getting experience. And I didn't mention, you know, AG's our producer.
I know.
And-
But even though he's a good producer, he's
Good.
good.
AG. So you're gonna get hired down the
The
way.
thing about it is,
Good. So, Billy, I really appreciate you calling, Billy, and being part of the broadcast today.
yeah, well,
Billy?
yes, and I'm glad you guys are on it, and I hope you keep doing the good work. And like I said, we got
We have what?
Get more baseball teams
Good.
in the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the mayor with BAM program, we can begin to expand the youth violent prevention program around the city. Billy Beam, Southside, Roseland, I thank you, Billy, and please say hello to the wife for us. Tell me, who's working out right now? Any teams? When should a baseball player start working out for the season? When did y'all season start?
Well, me personally, Ziff, I work out all year.
Wow.
And teams,
Just one time for them. Just do that one time. Oh, no, get it up in the air for them.
teams should start
AG,
working out.
you got muscles like that, AG?
Teams should start working out.
Look at mine. Mine is like Popeyes. You seen Popeyes when the spinach go down? Spinach go down? Go ahead, Russell. I'm sorry.
Teams should start working out, Ziff, in November to keep their mind, to keep their body, and just keep their coordination intact. So when spring training does come, you're ready for actual baseball. You're not showing up for spring training to get in shape. You're already in shape. And so I go to a place in Palos Hills called The Stairs. And it's a great facility that,
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You work out. He works out. He don't say where he work out because you don't get no commercials. You want some commercials? All you companies, you come into Can TV and you do some sponsorship. So when you talk about them, don't plug them for us. Don't plug them because they'll be down here saying, "Oh, let's keep Russell on. Keep talking about." Okay, so you start now. When you work out, what specifically do you do?
When I work out, pretty much, I do an overall body exercise. I do clean and jerk, as they call it.
What is clean and jerk?
Pretty much like a military press. You actually working your ankles all the way up to your shoulders. And I pretty much do that 3-4 days a week. And I do running, and I throw a football. Most importantly, throw a football.
Angie, can you catch?
Because when you throw a football, you actually getting your arms strong, so when you get ready to throw a baseball, the philosophy and everything will be there, and pretty much in shape.
Okay, so you work on your legs, your mental, or your what do you work on?
The whole body, from mental to spiritual, and to just physical overall.
Now, what is the best time to work out for those who are at home who had a good time during turkey time?
Me personally,
what is the best time to work out during the daytime?
Me personally, 5:30. I'm in my backyard or I'm in my basement, and that's the best time, Ziff. That's the best time because your body is fresh from a long night rest, and you incorporate your muscles and your brain, and then you get your day going.
Your body is ready at 5:30 in the morning.
5:30 in the morning.
And how long do you go when you're working out?
Maybe 35 minutes.
Okay.
Because I'm working out, 3-4
So now I got up at 5:30 and I worked out 30 minutes. Now what am I going to do now? Hello. What do you do now?
Well,
See, I don't have to go to work till 9 o'clock. What should I do?
Well, you can do, like, for beginners, you can do jumping jacks. You can, do.
What I meant is, how long should my workout period be?
I mean, it depends on you. If it depends on your overall regimen.
Okay.
By me doing this for a long period of time, it only take me 35 minutes to get the results that I'm looking for. I'm not a beginner.
Well, those of you who are a beginner here watching Can TV, Green Slate is Never Too Late with Ziff and Russell this evening. You can call that number right on your screen, 321-738-1060. If you have any questions about working out, if you have any questions about how to get involved with Can TV, and we really appreciate Can TV. Can TV is about, AG, I would bet, and watch, I'm going to see it, I'm going to tell you all, Dan will tell you all next week, Can TV is 15 years old. I'm going to have to ask the young lady in the back, how close did I come? This isn't your first time on TV. You've done some other stuff before, right?
Yes.
Do you videotape your workout, and can the people at home can they call Green Slate and say, let's see, overhead? Can they call Green Slate and ask Green Slate or email me and say, how can I get Russell to work out? Do you do personal workout with people and stuff like that?
I'm also a personal trainer, Ziff, and I do record or video record my sessions.
Good. So you all can you can work out at home at 6 in the morning or whatever you all care to do. What is the best exercise? Is workout different for men and women? That's an interesting question. Good question, Ziff.
I don't think it's a difference. It's just pretty much what you are accustomed to. And
But it
what
has
you
to
can
be,
do.
well, no, women lift weights now, right?
Yeah, they do. I mean, I have some clients that actually can lift 115 pounds. If you know, when we do our military presses or our clean and jerk, they can actually do it, and it comes from repetition.
Good. So you can work those fingers right now at 312-738-1060. Now, you just worked out. You got to go to work later. Now, when does juice and when does eating come to play now? Because you just worked out and you got yourself together. But if you go back and pig out, you just hurt yourself in a sense.
When I'm done working out, I have me a great glass of orange juice, and I eat some fruits and vegetables, and have a nice little hearty breakfast. And it carries me over to lunch. And it's very important that you eat 3 meals a day because you have to feed your muscles and you have to keep energy.
Wow. Yeah. Well, let me ask you, those who are at home, please give us a call at 312-738-1060. Now, another quick question I want to ask you. The workout, if you work out, should you work out 7 days a week? Should you work out 3 days a week? How should your workout regimen be?
Well, it depends on the individual. I don't advise anyone to work out 7 days a week because you have to give your body time to heal.
And to rest.
And to rest, yes, because you still have to feed the muscles. And so I advise anyone, especially beginners, at least 2 days a week. And if you're advanced, then 4 days a week. And also, add your cardio. You have to add cardio because you just don't want to be bulky. You know, you want to strengthen your heart, which is very important with exercise. A lot of people get exercise and messed up with weights and stuff like that, but the heart is very important, and that's what I work on pretty much.
Again, Jan has wanted me to inform you all. First, again, I want to say hello and thank Jan. This is normally Jan's seat. Jan Kowalski, Get Real Legal. And Jan, she's been down under the weather a little bit, but Jan wanted me to read this. It say next week, Tuesday the 28th, I'll be joined by, Jan will be back, and she says she'll be joined by Professor Brian Claus, sort of like Santa Claus, Clauss, from John Law School, Veteran Legal Support Center and Clinic. I should wear my glasses. Yeah. Again, we want to thank our guest here, Russell Walker. For those of you who have questions about getting in shape, playing baseball this summer in Washington Park and in Jackson Park, you can call that number right there, 312-738-1060. You used to pitch, you don't pitch anymore. What is your best position and why do you still play baseball? That should be a good question.
I still play baseball, Ziff, because I still love the game. I still can bring my skills to the game. And, you know, I don't have a favorite position anymore. I used to be overall first baseman, outfielder. Now I'm pretty much with the team that we have a lot of young guys that's talented, and I just bring what I can to this team. If it's DH and playing first base, outfield, whatever. But I haven't pitched over 25 years.
Let me ask you something, because this program was conceived for violent prevention. You're not young, but yet you are young. Why are young people out here shooting each other?
Man,
why would Ziff?
If
he knew he would be the mayor, or he would be the superintendent. But let's just see what a young person thinks.
What the city have done. Me growing up in Robert Taylor Homes, we had park districts that was free, and we had a lot of different program and activity where we went from park district to park district and played in events. And, you know, lately the city has made these park districts a fee. And so a lot of parents can afford to put their kids in these programs, and they have nothing to turn to. And that's one of the reasons you're seeing a lot of violence throughout the city with these children. There is no activities for them to be involved with. And I think that the city, the mayor, they should incorporate some type of youth center for these kids can go out and release their stress and problems that they may have in their home, and hopefully, it could be a great turnaround.
How do you address a young person who is angry nowadays and want to, want to retaliate? How can baseball help a young person change their lives?
Well, it depends on the individual, Ziff. Talking to a person and showing them by an example can help, but they will have to want to participate in activities, and especially baseball. A lot of kids don't look at baseball like I used to look at baseball. They favorite sport now is basketball, and basketball has taken over. But if more community actives and guys such as myself would get teams and come up with programs for these young guys, maybe we can save some of these young fellas up.
So those of you who would like to continue to save this show, we got a few minutes to go, but we have time for you to call in. You can call in at 312-738-1060. How can people, first of all, what got you through? Why aren't, I hate to say it like this, but let's keep it real. Why aren't you laying in a grave like so many other young people? Ziff, you are so cruel as a host. How can you say that to somebody? But that's the reality. Why? How did you make it through the gate?
Because I surrounded myself with positive people. I continue to pray, and I continue to provide for my children and to lead by an example because of growing up in Robert Taylor homes.
Great.
I seen the struggle.
One more time, tell us. Russell Walker, you work out, they can call our number, this number right there. They can call our number, this number right here, 312-866-9748. That is not CAN-T's number. I just wanted to say thank CAN-TV. Russell, give me a short statement, and then we're going to close out.
I would just like to say for you young fellas out there, there is hope. And you can make everything possible if you pray, and if you find someone or someone find you to show interest and to turn your life around.
Good. So those of you who are at home, remember Washington Park, 55th and King Drive, and Jackson Park on 63rd and Stony Island. And you can come out and see Russell play, and you can come out and see me out there too. I'll be out there. Again, I want to thank Russell Walker and him and his people for making the show for us today, because Jan was sick and we sit in for her today. We're going to leave you, and want to thank Russell Walker once more and the Russell Walker Foundation. And again, as my mom always told me, if a task once begun, never leave it till it's done. Bit the label, big or small. Do it well, or not at all. Thank you, and good night.